Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the Chatham Area Transit Board of Directors meeting. We have a full agenda. Today is February 24th. And we really can have a roll call.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Director Bright,
Here.
Director Bradley. Not present for roll call, Director Lassiter. Not present for roll call, Director Snowden. Present. Director DeMassimo. Present. Director Owens.
Present.
Vice Chair Moore. Not present for roll call, and Chairman Lee.
Here.
Chairman, we have an in-person forum for today's meeting.
Thank you, ma'am. Item number 2, before moving today's agenda, I would like to request a motion to amend the agenda to include items related to 9.1 of the agenda and board consideration later in the agenda.
So move.
Properly moved and seconded. Then we can have
Yes, sir. Director Bryant,
yes.
Director Bradley. Not present for the vote, Director Lassiter. Not present for the vote, Director Snowden. Yes. Director DeMassimo. Yes. Director Owens.
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore. Not present for the vote, and Chairman Leggett.
Yes.
Chairman motion passed to approve item 2.1 with the amendment.
Thank you, Beverly. Item number 3, we have a presentation. Today we have a presentation from Morgan and Jenkins, CPA, for our financial statement and audit presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelvin Schufer, and I'm a director with Marvin Jenkins. To give you a quick preview of the FY 25 results. The purpose of today's presentation is just to walk you through the independent audit report, the compliance reports, the financial statements themselves, walk through some required communications, and to answer any questions. First and foremost, the audit opinion. The authority is responsible for the financial statements themselves. It's our duty as your external auditor to express an opinion on those financial statements in accordance with the applicable standards. I'm pleased to present that we were able to issue an unmodified or a clean opinion. That's the highest level of assurance we can give you. You want nothing other than an unmodified opinion, so congratulations on that. Moving on to the compliance reports, these are our 2 reports that report the back of the financial statements. The first is the Yellow Book report. It's just a report on the authority's internal control of the compliance. It's not intended to provide an opinion, but rather to disclose any material instances that we did find. And I'm happy to present that we had no material weaknesses, significant deficiencies, or instances of non-compliance. You also have a single audit report, which is a report on the authority's internal controls and compliance related to federal grant programs. And as usual, the federal transit cluster, it's a major program we audited this year. We were able to issue an unmodified or clean opinion on the compliance of the major grant programs. Weaknesses, significant deficiencies, or non-compliance in that area either. So congratulations there. Quick overview of the financial statements. You'll see the management's discussion and analysis is one of the first items within the financial statements. This is a document that is written by management. It introduces and also summarizes some of the information within the basic financial statements. It also includes comparative information as well as a lot of times graphs and charts and stuff. And this is a great document to refer to if you ever need to go look. So, why did this line item increase compared to last year, decrease compared to last year? A lot of times the management discussion analysis will kind of get detailed as to why it's up to down. Then you've got the basic financial statements, which is just your balance sheet, income statement, and cash flows, and then your notes to the financial statements, which is disclosed the policy required to disclose. Jumping into some of the numbers, this is your statement of net position or balance sheet. You had about 93 million in total assets and deferred outflows, of which 53 million was capital. And about 33.6 million was cash and cash equivalents. You also have about 5.2 million in total liabilities and deferred inflows. 1.1 of that was non-current, and of the non-current, your OPEB liability was about 900,000. All of this led to an ending net position or equity or fund balance or however you want to call it of about $87.5 million. You also have a current ratio of 10-2, which is a very strong current liquid financial position. Here's a 5-year comparison of your assets, liabilities, and net position. Specifically looking at net position in this graph, you can see that it's gone a little under 60 million to almost 90 million in the last 5 years. Very strong, and you should be very, very proud of that. That's certainly what you want to see. This next graph is just kind of comparing your depreciable capital assets with accumulated depreciation and non-depreciable assets. You can see your depreciable assets have been slowly rising over the last 5 years, which is expected with the certain equipment and vehicles that y'all have to buy. Your non-depreciable, that's going to be any kind of big construction type projects, and that is likely to kind of fluctuate. Jumping into the income statement side of things, you had about 14 million in total operating revenues, 34.5 million in total operating expenses, which led to an operating loss of about $20.5 million compared to, I think it was 17.3 or so last year. Then you had 27.3 million in non-operating revenues, and that's mainly taxes and things like that. You also had 1.8 capital contributions. All of this led to an increase in net position of about $8.6 million compared to 7.2 the prior year. So even better year than the prior year. This next graph just kind of breaks down your revenues and expenses to the different buckets that I was just talking about. Nothing significant here. Your non-operating did go up a good bit this year. I got mainly due to the increase in assessed value on the tax side. Grants are all kind of fluctuate from year to year, depending on what all kind of grants you have going. Jumping to the cash flow side, we have about 13.8 million of cash used by operating activities. 20.7 provided by non-capital financing, and again, that's mainly the tax related revenue. Purchase of about 7.1 of capital assets, 1.1 of capital grants. All this led to an ending cash balance of about 33.6 compared to 27.3 in the prior. So again, an increase there as well. Just few required communications, again, clean opinion, no audit findings, no difficulty in dealing with management, no disagreements with management, no incorrect in the statements. We are independent of authority as required by governmental auditor standards. And that's all I have to present to you all today. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you and look forward to serving you in the future. And I'll be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions from the board? Yes, sir.
Thank you. What are some other organizations that you are the independent auditor for?
Locally or?
Sure.
Port Authority, City of Savannah, Chatham County, Garden City, Richmond.
Okay. Chatham County, City of Savannah. You audit Chatham County's financials and you audit ours.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
I also want to thank Gloria and Stephanie and everybody else in finance for the great job they do making this process easy.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Perfectly fine audit.
Here.
Okay, now we move forward to our consent agenda. Please peruse the agenda. If any pull-outs, let us know. So we can pull those out. Pull out, thank you. Any other pull-out? Beverly, we're gonna move forward with items 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and 4.5. With a whole lot of 4.4.
Chairman, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda items with the exception of 4.
Second.
It's properly moved and seconded that we accept those items minus 4.4.
Yes, sir. Director Bryant?
Yes.
Director Brentley, not present for the vote. Director Lassiter, not present for the vote. Director Snowden,
Yes.
Director Damasimo? Yes. Director Owens,
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore,
Yes.
and Chairman Leahy.
Yes.
Chairman motion passed to approve items 4.2, 4.3, and 4.5.
Thank you, ma'am. Chair Moore.
So for item 4, seems to be a precursor to into action item 2. So before we get to I'd love to hear from staff. Just a little background.
Yeah.
And I sit here and give you the. So, we had an outside vendor to look into our whole entire system to make it better. And the focus was on how can we get part-time versus full-time. And so the proposal initiative is to enhance our VAR system. And by that, 4 full-time into 8 part-time will be able to cover our shuttles like the dust shuttle or any trippers that we may have. And they come in pretty much easy to hide, but they come in their CDL, the training is quick, and the schedule is all posted. So in the past, before I got here, it's advertised part-time and the hours is like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. What we're doing now, all the schedules will be advertised. So if I'm a retiree, Marines, US Army, I know what I want. It's all stated. Say 4 a.m. to 6 or 10, that is 6 hours, 12 to 4. So it's all going to be advertised. This way, you will entice people that want to come in as part-timers because it will be a set schedule. So that is the goal of this, and that will also free us up. Right now, I just have a schedule that came in. I sent an email to the union that we can meet the schedule with enhancement. Instead of 70 manpower, we're going to need 62. So doing this free us up 8 drivers that would have need instead of 70 is going to be 62. So that's very good enhancement. Yes, so that is the goal of all these initiatives.
And this does not impact any currently filled full-time positions. These are unfilled positions.
You know, so currently we have 66 out of 90 that is budgeted for.
Yeah.
So this will not even get close.
Thank you.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
Question, and this is for our CEO or for you, Dr. Manning, but it talks about that these positions are being converted to support a route enhancement initiative. Can you describe the route enhancement initiative a little bit for us?
So what it does is like currently we have routes that are designed. So for example, I'll come and do 6 hours on the 14, route 14, then I come back and do 4 hours on the dust shuttle. And so it's not what we did now, take all the dust shuttle out, make them more trippers, so we can focus on our core routes. So what they did now, and some of the routes have no time. Drivers will get to the end of the line, not even 1 minute rest time, which is required. So by doing this, drivers will also have little overtime, and the route will be enhanced. Now, like I said, 70 versus 62. Instead of needing 70 people to do the whole route, we're gonna need 62. So it's a savings of 8 drivers, 8 buses all to go up, which is more efficiency.
I'd just like to add that this change also promotes service reliability. Our passengers have more reliability with the buses being on time, necessary resources to ensure that coupled with our investment in technology to allow us to better analyze data in terms of areas that require additional resources, those routes that have low ridership. The changes will always be data driven and not vague, based on vague projection.
I think that's very helpful. I think it's great for the public who's just here today to hear that, because I knew I think you sort of, help describe more of the full benefit of that strategic initiative, that it's about more than just how we're using the operating resources, but it is about the impact of the service itself. So I think that's very good.
Beverly, is 5.2 a companion item or 4.4?
There are two separate items, Mr. Chairman. One is more budget related and the other one is service.
Thank you. I need a motion to set this item 4.4. Second. Okay, properly moving seconded. We accept it. Beverly?
Yes. Director Bryant?
Yes.
Director Brantley? Not present for the vote, Director Lassiter? Not present for the vote, Director Snowden?
Yes.
Director Damasimo?
Yes.
Director Owens?
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore?
Yes.
And Chairman Leggett?
Yes.
Chairman motion passed to approve item 4.4.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me move to our individual action item 5.1, 5.2.
Mr. Chair, supplementary request.
Yes, sir.
Could we see a 30-day review of that action? And statistics that show it proves its reliability and on-time service specific to this function?
That's a great idea.
Back in 30 days, know just how.
Yeah, and if 30 days is insufficient, if it needs to be 60 days, we're making a change here to improve efficiency. Let's follow up and make sure that efficiency and on-time customer demand is actually working.
I think 60 days would be a better.
Want the board to know that as we gather data, typically there are changes. I believe 3 times during the year. In preparations for route changes, we are constantly analyzing data. If the data steers us in a different direction, then we will be making changes. The goal is service reliability, where the public can depend on public transportation, wherein our operators have breaks, they're not overly fatigued, and that we cover all of the routes on a daily basis. So that's what this is all about, looking out for the public as well as the staff.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. I need a motion to accept 5.1 and 5.2 if you peruse, if they want to pull out. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ben.
I just put one. I'll make a motion for us to accept it, but I also want to come in again and say, this is remarkable. The audit report that we got today. It wasn't just a clean audit report, it was quite a stellar and a reflection of management, governance, just good fiscal responsibility, memorialized in an audit. So kudos again to everyone who's been involved.
Let me say this to the board. The financial piece is one piece of what Chatham Area Transit Authority does. And I think anybody takes a look at over the past few years, we have really been striving for excellence in public transportation service delivery. Yes, there has been hiccups, but I commend the staff because we have not lost focus, even with the hiccups, and we will continue to strive for excellence in public transportation service delivery.
move we, accept and approve, 5.1.
Second.
Russ, moved and seconded.
Yes, sir. Director Bryant,
Yes.
Director Bradley, not present for the vote. Director Lassiter, not present for the vote. Director Snowden,
Yes.
Director Damasceno,
Yes.
Director Owens,
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore, and Chairman Lady.
Yes.
Chairman motion passed to approve item 5.1.
Thank you, Beverly. I need look at 5.2. If we don't have any issues with 5.2, I need a motion. Second. I've been moving seconded that we approve 5.2. Beverly, I need a roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, Director Bryant,
Yes.
Director Brantley, not present for the vote. Director Lassiter, not present for the vote. Director Snowden,
Yes.
Director Damasceno,
Yes.
Director Owens,
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore,
Yes.
and Chairman Lady.
Yes.
Chairman motion passed to approve item 5.2.
Yes, ma'am. Now we move into our executive director's report and our monthly unit updates.
The executive director's report. Hopefully you all have had an opportunity to review it and see the highlights of the overall operations of the authority. Really, right now, we are focusing on getting applications in for congressionally directed spending. One is due on Friday and the other is due on Monday. Had a meeting with city staff along with a representative from the Department of Transportation, who provided an update on funding opportunities that have been approved by the federal government. It looks good for public transportation. Their focus is on public transportation safety, in addition to expanding ferry programs and additional monies for replacement buses. So that was really good news, and we will continue to pursue the federal funding. Now, on the other side of things, we can only take advantage of federal opportunities if there are local dollars available to support them. As you all know, we have a 5-year capital plan where the revenue stream has a different picture now. So next month, I will be bringing forward a comprehensive report that really outlines what the local match opportunities will be for the grants that we have in progress and to support the CDS funding awards if we receive them. Gives you a better picture of where we are. I will be bringing forward recommendations as to how we will meet those local match challenges. That's it for me.
That's it. Okay. Okay, well, we don't have anything from our ATU, nothing was essentially on file. State and local, Squire Patton Bars hadn't said anything, and also our federal or state hadn't said anything of this month. Item number 7, it's that, and item number 8 is an executive session. Yes. Ma'am.
We have the financial report.
Oh, we do. I'm sorry. Sorry. You do have a financial report. I'm sorry. That's 6.4.
I'm trying to present from here.
We submitted a copy of our financial update previously to the board. However, it's submitted in our presentation on the table. There is a handout a few edits to January 2026 financial statements. The revisions include an update to your narrative Word document explaining our beginning balance for January 1st. Also included in your packet is an updated balance sheet giving our correct ending cash and cash equivalent balance of $17,760,000. The additional pages that are attached is basically the PowerPoint, well, slides of the PowerPoint in which the balance sheet number was actually on, so we want to make sure we provided an updated copy of those slides. Okay, our financial update for January 2026. Our January actuals, revenues, $1.7 billion in revenues. Our expenses for the month, 2.5. Currently, our revenues are under expenses for the month of January, $785,000. Year-to-date actual, $18,615,000. Budget, $21 billion. Revenues are under budget for the year, $2,789,000. Expenses, year-to-date actual, $16,051,000. Our budget, $20,479,000. Our variance for the expenses are under budget, $4,427,000 for a net of $1,638,000. Next slide. This is a chart of our revenues percentage for the month of January. Month of January, we received the paratransit revenues, 35%, special district transit tax, 21%, grant revenues received for the month, 15%, contract revenue came in at 19%, passenger fares, 7%, other 3%. Next slide. Our expense category for the month of January, our salary and wages, 35%, employee benefits, 23%, insurance, 22%. Other expense categories are 10%, are less than 10%. Next slide. This slide shows our revenue and expense comparative fiscal year 26 to 25. Revenues fiscal year 26, $18,615,000. Fiscal year 25, $23 million, for a change of $4,387,000. Expenses for fiscal year 2026, $16 million. Fiscal year 2025, $15 million, for a change of $328,000. Next slide. Count by type. Our January 2026 operating account balance, $17,951,000. Grant, $1,208,000. Capital and special projects total for the month ending January 31st, 2026, $4,207,000. Next slide. Interest earned during the period of January. Operating January 2026, interest $7,410. Capital and special projects $1,054. Capital Grant, $660. Georgia Fund Investment, $29,917,000. Monthly earned interest total, $39,041. Next slide. This is a summary of the Georgia Fund One Reserve. Balance as of January 1st, $9,483,000. Interest for the month, as stated on the previous slide, $29,917,000. For ending balance, January 31st, $9,513,000. Next slide. These are our cash receipts. Funds received during the month of January from the different agencies. Chatham County Special Transit Tax District, $334,000. Chatham County Paratransit, $809,000. City of Savannah, DOT Shuttle, $212,000. We received reimbursement for local share. Actually, this was for the bus purchase of 4 27-foot bus, $871,000. City of Savannah, POR fees, Marine, $60,000. City of Port Wentworth, $35,000. Federal Transit Assistance, operating assistance for the month of January, $263,000. Funds received for the construction, the ferry, vessel number 3, $900,751. Our operating cash balance as of January 31st, $17,760,787. Slide. This is our projected cash with our January ending balance being $17,760,787. And as we move throughout the year, our projected June 30th, 2026 balance, $16,621,000. This concludes my presentation. Are there any questions?
Anything from anyone on the board? Those are executive director. Thank you. Again, item number 7, congressional monthly updates. We didn't receive anything from either of our local ATU, our state and local government, or our federal government this month. So our next item, number 8, is move. Yes, ma'am. Please.
We are meet with our federal and state lobbyists weekly. And they have been very assertive in advocating for funding on behalf of Chatham area transit. So they are diligently working.
Yes, ma'am. I noticed that that's part of your executive director's report and with the specificity there. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of discussion of deliberation on public compensation for the operating rate of the agency executive that is provided for by OCGA 5014B.
Second. Properly moved and second that we go into the executive session. Beverly.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, Director Bright,
Yes.
Director Brantley, not present for the vote, Director Lassiter,
Yes.
Director Snowden,
Yes.
Director Damasco,
Yes.
Director Owens.
Yeah.
Vice Chair Moore,
Yes.
and Chairman Levy.
Yes, ma'am.
Chairman motion passed to enter executive session at 4:38.
That's all right.
And that, the headache is just right behind this. See if it.
Yeah, man. I think it's changing whether there's.
This is a draft plan that is given federal funds. Yes. Yes, very good. They are. I hear you. That makes sense. And that's the one thing. They've always been. There we go. Less than life up there. I'm sorry. Actually, single. The holiday, all of the things that are wrong. And he looks at things, the ones there, the people one. From around there. Yeah, and the airport, it's like something younger. She got right. She can't. Don't get I had right. She can get the word. She can't think. And what do you think that what I just told you? Everything that he's doing.
I got that.
That's the right there.
Between the two of y'all.
She's not doing this
Sides.
They're basically. Okay, Dr. Manager. Just let her know.
Family, we good? We good? Ariel, we good? All right, thank everybody for coming back. I want to make mention that there were no votes made in executive session. The affidavit will be signed and put into effect that no votes were made. Now we'll be able to move to item number 9, old and new business. I need a motion.
I move that we approve of the executive director, chief executive officer employment contract between the board of directors of Chatham Area Authority and Stephanie S. Cutter.
Second. I'm properly moved and seconded that we approve the executive director, chief executive officer for Stephanie Cutter. Can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, Director Bryant,
Yes.
Director Brent, not present for the vote. Director Lasser,
I abstained due to the fact I received the contract today and I wasn't able to properly vet the contract.
no, Director Lasser, thank you. Director Snowden,
Yes.
Director DeMassimo,
Yes.
Director Owens,
Yes.
Vice Chair Moore,
Yes.
and Chairman Lady.
Yes.
Chairman, motion passed to approve item 9.1.
Thank you, Beverly. Next item Item number 10, that's our announcement. The next regular meeting will be Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. That's our fourth Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our formal agenda. Welcome Ms. Cutter as our CEO here at Chatham Area Transit. I also want to thank you and make mention, Ms. Cutter, also, and also Ms. Royal, for us having a clean audit. I know it took a lot of time and a lot of effort to create a clean audit, and that one also make mention that with our audit being posted, that that is in a good place. So, and for anybody that had any issues about where our funding and everything going, our audit open that door and close it. So, that's the end of our agenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.